Welcome to the Insurance Buzz. This is your host, Michael Weaver. Today, we're talking about how to become better at the cold call. I've got the permanent co-host with me today, Courtney Weaver. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk about... Actually, I'm not excited to talk about cold calling because it's not my favorite thing in the world.
Why?
I don't... Who likes getting hung up on? Like, what person in their right mind likes being called, like calling somebody and they'd be like, boom, click, or how'd you get my number? I understand the purpose, but I also think that it just hurts my feelings. Let's be honest, it just hurts my feelings.
So you hate cold calling?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do. I don't like to do it. I like the result of it, but I do not like to do it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't like to do it either. I mean, I like the challenge of it. It's weird, but I don't actually like cold calling. I'm like not a psycho. Like, yeah, all that stuff you just said sucks.
Yeah.
But I always like, when I was in the, like literally when I cold call people, I'm just like, I'm daring them to answer the phone. I'm like, answer the phone. I dare you to answer the freaking phone. You're
so close to my face right now. Like, I'm just waiting for you to like...
I dare you to answer the phone. Like, answer the phone. I need to help you out today.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I liked about cold calling challenge. Well, two things. The efficiency of it.
Yeah.
How else are you supposed to contact that many people a day? How else are you supposed to build a business when you've only got $5,000? Like, it's not like we had choices. Like, I had to. Smile and dialing, baby.
Yeah. So when we went into agency, I remember we had our interview and you had been cold calling. You'd been in the trenches for 3 years. So we're sitting down, getting ready to get our agency in front of like 5 or 6 people, which is not intimidating at all. And they ask us a great question that I think every business owner should ask before, during, always in the process. And that is, what's your new business acquisition strategy? Like, what's your lead generation strategy? How are you bringing in new business?
How are you going to grow your book of business?
Yeah. And I think that that's something that I really hadn't thought about at the time, because I'm kind of like, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. Woo, it's going to be so fun. And you had this whole plan of, you were so methodical about it. Okay, this is coming from here. This is coming from here. This is what it's going to look like. And I'm like, oh, worst case scenario, I'll just wear a shirt with our phone number on it and run up and down the sidewalk.
Yeah, Courtney's going to be running the streets. You're running the streets. Number one, though, the best way to prospect, cold call. Hands down.
Yeah.
Literally, I just saw a quote from Grant Cardone that cold calling is 6 times more effective than any advertising dollar you'll ever spend.
Really?
Well, hell yes. Cold calls, you could literally call out of a phone book.
Yeah.
A phone book, there's not really phone books just laying around, but you could probably get your hands on a phone book. But you contact old internet lead providers and like, hey, you got any old lists I can buy from you? They're super inexpensive. Most leads are going to be like 10, 20, 30 cents a lead. How else can you get your hands on those cheap leads? And then it just comes into work, smiling and dialing, perfecting the craft. I dare you to answer the freaking phone. I'm going to help you out today.
So a cold call, and help me understand this, because in my mind, a cold call is calling somebody that you don't know. And I think in the insurance space, that's a lot of...
Cold calling is...
That's a lot of things.
Look, words matter. Cold calling has like this derogatory, like weird mindset around it. In my mind, there is no different. You don't know anyone you're calling. You don't know a cold call. You don't know an internet lead. You don't know a supposed referral. Like, a call is a call. That was always in my mind. A call is a call. Period. Like, okay, internet lead. Well, 9 out of 10 of them are bad and they're not looking for insurance anyway. So those aren't cold calls? Yes, those are cold calls. Me, I'm calling off of a list. They don't know who I am, but they're also not being bugged by 40 different companies. So I would prefer to work with somebody that isn't being bothered by 40 other companies that has purchased those. Now, referrals are amazing, obviously, because if it's a real referral, that's a hot lead, that's a warm lead, that's a happy customer that literally just said, Courtney, you gotta go check Michael out. He's awesome. You're gonna have an amazing experience. He just helped me out.
Yeah.
Well, everybody wants referrals, but what happens when you don't have enough incoming referrals. Look, cold calling is the best thing you can do, I believe, in our business, because you control the prospecting. You're always prospecting. You're not waiting for leads to come to you. You're going out and getting leads. So why don't you like cold calling?
So day one, we get in there, we have our list, and I just didn't like people hanging up on me. It made me nervous every time I called because I'm like, ugh. And then I'm like, well, I don't like this. And you had the cold calling thing down, and we had a team of people. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go a different route and do social media and branding and create a whole online presence. But I had you there that was already doing the cold call. So I think for me to go back into that feeling of why I didn't like people hanging up on me.
See, I think you're full of shit.
What? Why?
You don't like people hanging up on you, somebody you don't even know. I think you didn't like bothering people, or you wanted people to like you.
Ew. Yeah, probably.
You didn't like a random stranger hanging up on you? Really? That's bullshit. That's crap.
Yeah, no, I wanted, yeah, absolutely. I mean, who doesn't want people to like them? Like, yeah, of course I wanted them to like me. And I also didn't want, you're right, I don't want to feel like I'm bothering people.
Well, if they answered the phone, are you bothering them?
No. No.
They answered the phone. They're available.
Yeah, and then they're just so aggressive.
You're in the business of helping people out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So are you bothering them or are you helping them?
Gosh. Wow. I'm helping them.
Amen.
Okay.
But the only way that you can help them is if you talk to them.
Yeah.
So how else are you supposed to talk to them if you're not making calls?
How do I get over that? Like, I don't know. Is it just more reps?
Ooh, this is the answer you're going to hate.
No.
Reps, practice, do it. The only way you can learn how to swim is if you go jump in the damn water. You can read books, you can practice, you can role play all day long. You can do freaking breaststrokes freaking up in the air, man, practicing. But unless you actually get somebody on the phone, you are not going to get good at talking to people. That's all you're doing. You're just talking to people.
Yeah.
Right? You're helping people out.
Yeah.
Isn't that why you are in sales, is to help people?
For sure.
But you're afraid you're going to bother them?
Well, I want an easier route, too.
Oh, shit, don't we all? The whole work smarter instead of harder? Yeah, you know, like, well, you got to work, you got to do both. Like, yeah, we all want more referrals. I want people contacting me every single day. Unfortunately, that just doesn't happen. So how do you help more people? Pick up that phone and prospect. Smile and dial. So is this helping?
Yeah, it is.
Are you becoming a believer in cold calling?
I don't know if it's...
In calling. I don't even want to say cold calling. Are you becoming a believer in helping people?
I feel like I'm going to church.
And prospecting.
Yeah.
We are in the profession of helping people, but the only way you help someone is if you actually talk to them and you help them with your product. You get to know them. But how do they know you?
Yeah. So practice.
Smile and dial.
Go through it. What do I say? Like, how do I get through?
Okay. The very first tip.
Yeah.
Yes. You always want to go for a yes. So, the so-called elevator pitch. All right. So whether you want to call this an elevator pitch, a power statement, a hook, you have basically 12 to 15 seconds before someone's like, leave me alone. Click.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. You may still get that.
Okay.
No matter how good you are, you're still going to get denied.
He's got his hand on my shoulder right now. He's giving me a lot of sympathy because he knows it's coming. Yeah.
So, who are you? Why are you calling? Why should someone do business with you? Go straight into it.
Who am I? Why am I calling? So, hey, it's Courtney from so-and-so insurance. I'm calling because...
Yep. You got it. So, hey, this is Michael from XYZ Insurance Company giving you a call today. Been helping a ton of folks in your area on their auto and homeowners insurance rates. The average customer, I'm helping save $456 a year. Is this your current address, 101 Main Street? Oh, shit. Did you see that?
Yeah, you assumed it
Who?
too.
Yes, you want to go for yes.
Yeah.
So, is your address 101 Main Street? Yes.
Yes.
Always ask the address. So, who are you? Why are you calling? Look, you know this. Mm-hmm. We don't sell based off of saving people money. We're professionals here, but you have to have a big, bold statement. You have to have a claim, and then you got to go for the yes. So whatever your average is, okay, I just made some random number up. Whatever your average is, you would need to know the average. You want to make that statement. But our jobs are to protect people.
Yeah.
And we could work that into a cold call. Like, hey, our job is to make sure that come claim time, that you're not going to have to go roundabout with the company, that you're 100% protected. So is your address 101 Main Street? Now, it just so happens that consumers, what do they want to do? Save money. That's what everyone thinks they want to do, is save money until you actually get into an educational conversation. So that was always my hook. Hey, what big, bold statement can we do? That's true, all right? And then we go straight into the quoting process. Go for the yes. You want to get that yes immediately. Hey, is your address 101 Main Street?
Yes. What if they say no? No, my address isn't this.
Well, hey, Courtney, I apologize about that. That's what I had on file. What is your address?
Oh, nice. You just keep going.
Look,
I think too, for me, I like to like roll through every scenario of what it's going to be like. And I think what I'm hearing you say is like, I just have to be kind of prepared for.
Yeah. So look, a lot of times the address is going to be correct, like over 90%. That's why I always go for the yes. But just because you get a yes statement doesn't mean you're not going to get a, hey, I'm not interested. Or, hey, how'd you get my information again? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. For sure.
That objection.
Yeah.
That denial coming at you.
Oh, yeah.
Coming at your face. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I can.
I'm bothering them. I'm bothering them.
No, you're helping them. So you have to be prepared to overcome the objection. And I agree. Always agree with the customer. Mr. Customer, I understand I'm catching you off guard today. Mr. Customer, Mrs. Customer, I agree. I'm with you. Many of our current customers said the exact same thing. However, what they found was, Mr. Customer, I understand that I'm catching you off the blue today. I'd love the opportunity just to take 2 minutes of your time today. See if maybe we're a good fit. So what kind of cars do you drive? I'm with you, Mr. Customer. I understand. I agree. Always agree. You want to show, look, you're a human. You're in the people business. Put yourself in the situation of the consumer. Some person you don't know just called you, catching you out of the blue. How would you show some empathy? Come on. Like, you're in the people business. You're not a robot.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you. I understand. I'm catching you off guard today. But
Okay.
that doesn't mean you're like, oh, when's a good time to give you a call back? Because that call back's never going to happen.
No, they're never
going to answer.
No, they're going to put me on like ex-boyfriend status where they're like, nope.
Yeah, they're going to ghost you for sure.
Yeah.
They always like to get your hopes up. Yeah, I'll be available at 2 o'clock. No, they won't. They don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You think you established enough rapport in like 30 seconds? No, they're just trying to get you off the phone. That's their job. Yeah. They've been taught since they're little, like 18-month-old babies running around. Don't do this, don't do that. They're just trying to get you. They're just trying to take your money, yada, 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 yada. You, as the sales professional, have to be so confident. And the only way you become this way is if you practice and you role play and you practice and you role play. You train up. You skill up. Prospecting is the number one way to hit your goals. Lack of production equates to lack of activity. You have to be able to smile and dial. And then when you get somebody on the phone, You have to make the most out of it. So yes, you have your hook statement. You go for a yes. Then you have to be prepared to overcome the, hey, I'm not interested. How'd you get my number? Now's not a good time. Right there. Those are the 3 most common objections you're going to hear.
So are you more concerned with the amount of calls or the outcome of the call?
Outcome of the call.
Okay.
So
the better you get, where do you think that it's made? Like, is it in the beginning? It's the hook. It's like social media. Like the hook is what gets
it's your
attention.
intention.
Yeah.
It's your intention of the call. It's you as the person. So
did you say intention or attention? Like my intention?
Your intention. You have, yes. But you also have to be intentional with the call. So what's your intention with the call? Number 1, mindset.
Yeah.
I've already told you, like every person that answered the phone, my mind was, I dare you to answer the phone. I dare you to answer the phone. That was always my mindset. But you have to be intentional with what you're doing. You can't be text messaging. You can't be scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or watching the latest freaking TikTok video. You can't be scrolling through your email. If you're dialing, you're dialing. So when literally Steve picks up the phone, hey Steve, this is Courtney from XYZ Insurance Company giving you a call today. Whereas if you're scrolling or you're texting and Steve answers the phone, it's, oh, hey Steve, it's Courtney. Mm-hmm. See, you have to be intentional. That's the number 1 thing. I would tell you that, yes, practice, role play, actually do it. But you have to be, your mind's got to be right, and then you have to be ready to pounce. When somebody answers the phone, A game, come in, I'm helping you out today.
Yeah. So your elevator pitch, the hook, go for a yes. What else?
Dang, look how much you've learned already.
I'm a quick learner. Yeah.
And then you have to be ready to overcome objections.
Yeah, the part that I
Try
don't
to
like.
overcome 3.
Okay.
You have to be ready to overcome, like, and look, it's always agree. I understand. I'm with you.
Yeah, just put yourself in their situation.
Look, think of your process as like a straight line. The consumer's job is to get you off the straight line. Okay? Your job as a professional is to, hey, I'm with you. Let's come back to this straight line.
That's good.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. And I like how you're putting it into perspective of, for me, I think it's just calling in general. Like, I don't like to bother people in general. So
Do you like to help people?
Yes, I do. So it's just that switch of, and I understand that I don't actually help anyone until I make a sale. And then I also think about all the people out in the world who sell in a very like sketchy, sleazy manner. And I'm like, damn, I'm not that kind of person. So I have to
are you bothering them or are you helping them?
I'm helping them.
Okay, so what's the best way to help them?
To get on the phone and talk to them.
To talk to them.
Yeah.
How are you going to talk to them?
I have to get on the phone. I have to cold call. Ugh.
Bam, there we go. We're going to call, we're going to talk, we're going to help.
There we go.
We're going to call, we're going to talk, we're going to help.
Yep. I love it.
Man, I can't wait. Thanks for having this conversation with me today. I'm not a psycho. I don't love cold calling. I just love how efficient cold calling is. I love what it can do for you. I love the challenge of it. I love helping people.
Yeah.
But the only way I can help someone is if I actually talk to them.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yep.
All right. All right, my friends. As always, time is the most valuable and important asset that we all have. We appreciate you spending the last 20 minutes with us. Go out and make it great.